Hello, I'm Emma, and today we're going to be building your mind-to-body connection through a series of slow drills and intentional movements. We're going to begin right away, so find a seat on the mat. Begin by interlacing your fingers. Press the hands up, deep breath in, and on the exhale, tilt towards the left. Inhale back to the middle. And exhale to the right. Inhale, come back through the center, and exhale, hands down by the sides. This time, inhale, reach the left arm towards the right, press into the right hand, finding a deep stretch in the left side. Good. Exhale, bring that hand back down. Inhale, this time right arm reaches over. Continue to breathe here and think about the shape you're making. Good. Exhale, bring it back to the center. And inhale, bring those arms out in front of you. Exhale to sink into child's pose. Be aware of where your knees are, if they're right underneath you, if they're wider. Both are correct. Just begin to take note of where your body is in space. We're going to do one more cycle of those upper body stretches, so lift back up, torso upright, inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, tilt to the left. Good, bring it back through the center, inhale and exhale, tilt to the right. Think about where you're stretching. Inhale, come to the middle and exhale, hands down. Next inhale, left arm reaches to the right. This time, exhale to the center and inhale, right arm reaches over. Again, think about the hips, think about all the points that are affecting this stretch. Good, return back to neutral. Inhale, find child's pose. Exhale to deepen. Perhaps your knees are in a slightly different position this time. Good. Inhale, round forward, finding your tabletop. Knees right under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the head, dip the stomach. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back into cow pose, and we'll begin to add layers. So start to think about pressing the shoulder blades away in the cat position, then pulling the chest forward in the cow position, pushing the shoulder blades, and now using the stomach muscles to pull inward. On the next cow pose, use the back, use those muscles to assist with the bend. Couple more times here. Just think about which muscles you're using. Be intentional. All right, next time you're in cat pose, walk the hands forward a little bit, tuck the toes under, and then lift the hips for downward dog. We're going to find the right shape for downward dog by shifting back and forth from plank. So make sure when you shift to plank, your wrists are under the shoulders, the hips are in line with the shoulders or slightly lower, and wiggle the hands and feet to match. As we shift back and forth, I want you to think about how the pelvis is shifting. So from a more neutral position into an anterior tilt, or pressing those hip bones towards the sky or ceiling, wherever you're practicing. As we continue, I want you to actually lower the hips in that plank position, squeeze the glutes. So shifting all the way from that anterior tilt to a posterior tilt, dipping down. Gently lowering into a very mild back bend. Good, bring those knees down. Lay the chest on the mat, then inhale, enter your first cobra or baby cobra, so only barely lifting the chest off the mat if needed. Good, tuck the toes under, exhale, downward dog. Yet again, think about how the pelvis is shaped in this position. From here, roll forward to plank one more time, lower the hips again, this time either entering the same back bend as before, or if your back feels ready, enter into that full upward dog. But only do this if you feel good. Good, exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Next, inhale, walk forward, find a halfway lift. Bend the knees if you need to. Exhale to fold. And again, you can bend the knees if needed. What we're looking for here is that anterior tilt of the pelvis and a neutral spine. So sticking those glutes backwards and placing the hands wherever they need to be to make that happen. Inhale, lift up to mountain pose. And place the hands on the hips. We're going to do a couple more drills just to solidify this. Take a moment to watch me just to understand if needed. But the first position is an anterior tilt where we're pressing the glutes back. Imagine trying to shut a door with the glutes. The second position is a posterior tilt. So we're squeezing the glutes forward, pressing the hips towards the front of the mat. Give it a go. Swapping back and forth. As you do this, slowly begin to lower further. You might start to feel your hamstrings as well. If so, then bend the knees and continue lowering. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up, find chair pose. Exhale, twist towards the left, right hand on the outside of the left knee. Option to bring the left hand onto the lower back for a little bit more of a shoulder stretch. Good. Inhale back to the center, twist towards the right. This time the right hand comes onto the back. Good. Inhale back to the center and exhale, fold forward. Step it back into your plank. Reintroduce that posterior tilt of the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, and then on the next exhale, lower down. Inhale for a little back bend. Using only the back muscles if possible. Then you can add a little bit more pressure with the hands. Good. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Take one deep, refreshing breath in and out. And we're going to now bring awareness to the legs. Next, inhale, lift the right leg up. Hold and squeeze. On the exhale, bring the heel towards the glute, so just bending at that knee. Point the toe and flex the foot towards the glutes. Point, bend the knee, flex the foot. Point the foot, extend the leg, bend the knee, flex the foot. From here, either just open and close from the hip, or option 2 is drawing big circles with the knee. Good. Extend that leg all the way back up and bring it into the chest. Hold it there and drop. Lift and drop it towards the mat. Lift, use the core and drop it. Lift. Good. Extend it all the way back up and step forward. Use the hand if needed to get that foot to the top of the mat. Good. Make sure you have stable footing and lift up to your high lunge. Place the hands on the hips yet again, and we're going to incorporate the anterior and posterior pelvic drill into the lunge. So keep mind of that back knee as you begin to tilt forward and tuck the pelvis under. These are 2 variations of the lunge. One uses more of a back bend and one stretches the hips a little bit more. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take note of which variation you liked more, but it's always good to swap between the 2 as you practice. Nice. Inhale, step forward, find mountain pose, take a breath. From here, right arm underneath the left, find eagle arms, wrap them together, and tilt towards the left. Inhale, bring it back to the middle, and exhale to the right this time. Inhale through the center, and from here, bring the left leg up, starting to balance on the right leg. Place the left foot either onto the left thigh or the left calf, and if you need to, you can unwrap the arms and help place that foot where it is most comfortable and easiest to balance. Good. Unwrap the arms, lift up, find a nice and tall posture. Exhale, bring the hand to the side, unconnect the foot and extend it back for warrior 3. Inhale, reach the arms past the front of the mat, and exhale, bring them down. Connect the left foot with the mat again, step the right foot back, find plank, then lower to the mat. Inhale, find a cobra, or maybe an upward dog, and exhale, find downward dog. From here, take a breath in, and on the exhale, bring those knees down, enter child's pose. We're going to take a nice long rest here. Feel free to use this time to check in with the body. Think about the muscles you've been using. Think about maybe what was a little tricky to get the hang of. Or just enjoy a moment's break in the middle of this practice. Okay, inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. We're gonna take it to the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Flex the foot, bring the heel towards the glutes, and press, point back up. Flex the foot, bend the knee, point, extend the leg. Flex the foot, bend the knee, point, extend the leg. Couple more. Good, then either draw that line with the knee or add in the hip circles, drawing circles with the knee. Good, extend the left leg all the way up and bring it through the center. Dip and lift 3 times. 2, 3, use those core muscles, extend the leg all the way back up and step it forward. Find your footing and inhale, lift to your high lunge. On the exhale, place the hands on the hip and tilt forward and backwards. Notice if this side feels a little bit different. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, step forwards. On the next inhale, wrap the left arm underneath the right this time, elbows in line with the shoulders or a little higher. And on the next exhale, tilt to the right. Side stretch. Inhale back to the center, exhale, tilt to the left. Good, inhale to the center. This time we're gonna lift the right leg up. Either place it on the calf or on the thigh and use the hands if needed. Hold, try and fix your gaze somewhere. Keep as steady as you can. Good job. Unravel the arms, reach up nice and tall. Lift that right leg and then enter into warrior 3. Inhale to lift the arms over the top of the mat. And then bring the hands down, let the right foot drift to the ground, step the left foot back and lower. On the next inhale, lift to a cobra. Exhale, find downward dog. Take a deep breath in once you have entered your downward dog, and then on the exhale, enter child's pose again. This time, option to bring the hands next to the feet, letting the forehead gently rest on the mat. If you want to, you can add a little bit of a rotation with the head, massaging the forehead. Deep, restful, soothing breaths. inhale, we're gonna slowly make our way back to tabletop. Tucking the toes under, hips up for another downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg up, and exhale, tuck it in, step it forward. Left knee comes down, enter low lunge. Inhale to elevate, reaching the arms up, pressing that right foot into the ground. Hands come onto the hips. And we're going to yet again shift forwards and backwards with the hips. In low lunge, you may feel a much deeper stretch in the quad muscle, especially when tucking the pelvis under. If your knee feels a little sore doing this, then add some cushioning, and then choose which variation you would like to hold the stretch in. Either the upper variation, elevated off the ground, or with the hands next to the foot. From here, left hand comes down, inhale, right arm up, and left knee lifts off of the mat. Twist towards the right. Try and keep your hip somewhat facing towards the mat, but it's okay if they rotate here a little. Step all the way up to mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands to the chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, chair pose. And inhale, hook the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Push upwards. Inhale, reach all the way back up to mountain. Exhale, hands on the hips, tip forward. Visualize closing a door with the glutes. Then fold all the way, bending the knees if needed. Place those hands flat on the mat if possible. Step the left and the right leg back. Find downward dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, step it forward, taking it to the other side now. Right knee comes down. Inhale to elevate in your low lunge. Arms up, then on the hips. Begin to tilt backwards and forwards. Again, mindful of the knee, add cushioning where needed. And it's okay if these hip movements are very minor for you. It may take a lot of practice to be able to deepen enough. Choose whichever variation you want to hold. Breaths. Try and get into the hips. Find the stretch. Good. Elevate the right knee off the mat. Left arm lifts up. Right hand stays down. Find your revolved lunge. Hips mostly facing the mat. Good. Inhale, step forward all the way up to mountain. On the exhale, bring both hands to your chest, connecting the palms. Inhale to reach back up, and exhale, this time twist towards the right. Left elbow hooks on the outside of the right knee. Try and keep the knees in line. One may try to drift in front of the other. Good. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hands on the hips and fold forward. Nice and slow. All the way until you get to a comfortable version of the forward fold. The one which works best with your body right now. Try and relax here. A couple more moments. Good. Step both feet back. Find downward dog. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, go ahead and sit on top of the knees. Then bring both feet to one side and find a comfortable, easy pose seat. Inhale to reach the arms up and exhale, twist towards the left. Left arm behind you, right hand on the outside of the left knee. Inhale through the center and exhale to the other side. Enjoy that soothing twist, trying to twist from the mid back. Elevate with the chest. Next, inhale, come back through the center, scoot forward, and lay down onto your back. From here, bring both knees towards the right for a spinal twist. This time, we're going to be twisting from the mid to low back. Keep those knees higher than the hips. Deep breaths. Paying attention to the sensations in your body. Still trying to cultivate that mind to body connection. From here, extend the right leg, grab onto the left knee, behind the knee, or onto the left foot with a bend in the knee or extend it. So those are your 3 variations, or 4 if you want to hold on to the big toe instead of the foot. See which one works best for you today. Good, bring both knees in, this time twisting to the right with knees facing the left. Deep breaths. Twisting from the mid to low back. Good, bring it back to the center. Extend the left leg this time. Grab onto the big toe with the opposite hand. Opening up the hamstrings. This will help as well with finding that anterior pelvic tilt needed in so many poses. Breathe slowly into the stretch and see if you can go millimeters deeper with every exhale. Good job. From here, extend both legs up towards the ceiling or sky. Tuck them in, give yourself a big hug, and roll back up to a seated position. Well done. Inhale to reach the arms up and exhale just to bow one more time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel a little more in tune with your body, and I will see you next time. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe for more.